Hello, Alex here from Everyday Foods Cooked Every Day. Today I'll be cooking a delicious Thai soup classic, Tom Kha Gai. It's an easy recipe packed with flavour and as much heat as you can handle with traditional Thai flavours. Bon appetit! I've got some really nice chicken breast here and I'm going to cut it into mouth-sized chunks and start preparing all the ingredients before we go on. So this is the cutting board that I use only for chicken, and I'll bring out the other cutting board for the vegetables and what have you, and I even change the knives. Here we go, I'm just cutting the chicken into mouth-sized chunks. Maybe a little bit big, I might cut it a bit smaller here. This is a very easy recipe and the flavour of course is amazing. If you like Thai food, this is certainly something that should be on your list. Okay, the chicken's been cut, so that's step one. Then we're going to start preparing all the vegetables and I'll show you what I do. If you go into the notes of this particular video, you'll find the complete recipe listed, including some fun, quirky facts about this recipe. So I'll show you what I do, but you don't have to write it all down. Just go in there. All you got to do is copy and paste, and you'll have the recipe if of course you want to cook it. We going to prepare the kaffir lime leaves. What I just like to do is cut it down the middle here. Get rid of that little end, the stalk, and cut it down the middle. That's it. And what I'll do is I'll generally just bruise, put them in line, bruise them a little bit, start get those oils out. Just roughly cut it. And of course I've made a mess of it, but some people put them in whole. Me personally, I like to cut them. And there you go. So that's the kaffir lime leaves that will impart a beautiful lime flavour to the dish. Next we'll prepare this lemon stalk, lemongrass, and I usually try to cut it around about here somewhere. Peel the outer layer off. The base. And just do a decent job. And using the back of the knife, just bruise it, stuck it in some of those aromatic oils out. And because this is a reasonably large stalk, I'll just cut it into thirds. There we go. That's ready to go into the cooking pot. Next I've got a bunch of coriander. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the stalks off, because basically that's what I'm going to use, and put the leaves aside and use the leaves later as a garnish. There we are, we've got the stalks nice and clean. So now I'm just going to cut them finely. I think we call it coriander. In the Northern Americas they call it cilantro, but it's the same stuff. Anyway, I've always known it as coriander, so and there we go. nice and finely chopped. Try and get as much flavour out of these as we can. Okay. Galangal. It's not ginger. It's got a much milder, fruitier taste, I think. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just cut it and peel the outer skin. I'll get back to you when I've done it. And there we go. I've just peeled it. And now what I'm going to do is very thinly slice these, and so you need a really sharp knife for this. And once I finish slicing it, they're just going to go into the cooking just like that. Okay, I'll get back to you when it's done. There we go. It's ready to go now. So that goes aside. The next thing we do is my favourite, bird's eye red Thai chilies. Now, they're hot. They're very hot. So, because I like hot food, my family not necessarily do, so I'm just going to put 2 in. I was planning on putting 3 or 4 in, and basically what I'm going to do is just cut the top of it. Now, if I want to make it less hot, what I can do is I can slice it down the middle, and can you see the seed? Now I have to get rid of that seed, and you'll get a bit of heat, the flavour of the chili, but that's about all you're going to get. You're not going to get massive amount of heat. So I'll do that with one, and I'll leave the other one the way it is. And here I go. I've got the chilies, and I'm cutting them again very finely. Now I've taken the seeds out of both because I did taste it, and I have to say it was extremely hot. I most probably could eat it. I would eat it, but I don't think my family would. So I've just put 2 in. I've taken the seeds out, and there we go. Spring onion. Gonna cut the base off. Peel this outer leaf here, and then I'm going to thinly slice it, getting it ready for the meal. The next thing I'm going to do is get these shallots. It says 2 medium. This is a large one. This is a medium. So what I'll do is I'll just use the one, and I'll slice it very thinly, and of course the last thing I will do is chop up some exotic mushrooms, and there's all different varieties here, so it looks yummy, and they certainly look very fresh. So I'm going to cut them up and use them, and then once that's done, all the ingredients are ready for me to go ahead and make my soup. And I've got my 2 shallots peeled and ready to go. So what I'll do now is just slice them very thinly. I know you guys know how to do all this, so I'm trying to cut it rather than keep you on camera for a long time. So I'll cut here, and I'll come back to you when it's done. This is my 3rd video, and I'm trying to learn from the first 2, the mistakes that I made. For instance, can you see my notes anywhere? No. I'm learning. Okay, the ingredients are all done. I've got my coconut milk. Everything's ready to go. And the last thing that I need that's really important is chili oil. When you end up using it, you need to go and get the really good quality chili oil. If you have to go to an Asian shop or a specialty shop, they would carry it because it makes a huge difference to to the meal itself. Okay, then I'll get the pot and I'll come back to you. Okay, pot's on. I've got coriander, the kaffir lime leaves, the lemongrass, and the stock. And I'm gonna put them in and start boiling them for about 6 minutes. So first thing I do is my stock goes in. My lemongrass and my kaffir lime leaves that have been chopped. And the coriander stalks again. There we go. Yeah, give it a bit of a mix. So now, let that aside, let it come to boil, and we'll boil it, we'll simmer it after it comes to a boil for around about 6 minutes. Okay, the stock and those ingredients are now boiling, so I'll drop it down and simmer it. And we'll go for about 6 minutes. And then we'll add some more ingredients in and I'll show you, of course, step by step. Okay, it's been simmering for about 6 minutes. I think it's been simmering for a little bit longer. So now what I do is I'll add the fish sauce. The sugar. And the all-important chicken. Mix it and allow it to continue cooking until the chicken is ready. Okay, it's been cooking for a few minutes now. The aromas are just becoming more and more intense. I'll come back to you when it's ready to add the next ingredient. Okay. I realised that I forgot to tell you that when I added the chicken, I also added the Galangal. So I was going through the tape and I realised that I hadn't mentioned that. But the Galangal went in with the chicken. So it's been simmering now for quite some time. The flavours are starting to intensify. The next thing I will add now is the shallots, the coconut milk and the mushrooms. So in go the shallots. In go the mushrooms. And the coconut milk. Give it a good stir. And keep cooking it. Give all the flavours the time to get together. Now we've still got the lime juice, the chilli, and the spring onions, and the chilli oil. All those ingredients will go in at the end, at the very end, after the cooking process is completed. So let this now continue to simmer, and at the very least, well, it goes without saying, the chicken has to be totally cooked, but I'm going to go past that as well. All right, so the soup is continuing to cook. This is the bowl that I'm going to serve it in, just for the camera, and when it's finished cooking, of course. But I'm going to show you what I do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add, this is important, chili oil, right? Very, very hot, essential. do not put too much in unless you can handle the heat. You can see it. That's how much chili oil I'm going to put in. And that goes on the bottom. And now we get ready for the next one, next ingredient. Now this is all the lime juice, but because it's only a small serving dish, I'm only going to put a little bit in there. And chilies chopped up. Again, I'm only going to put it hot because don't forget, I tasted these were hot, so just a little bit in there as well. And then I'm going to put some of my chicken Thai soup in there as well. And I'm going to garnish that with some chopped up spring onion and a few coriander leaves. And that's my soup done. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and I am so looking forward to having some. The flavour is amazing. Now I'm going to cook some basmati rice with this and serve it with basmati rice. I'm going to have a soup and have some basmati rice in the middle of it. Okay, but now enough talking, let's taste it. It's hot. All those flavours again have come to the fore. They're really well balanced, and yeah, I don't know what to say. It's a really satisfying meal. The smell that is coming out of this soup is amazing. That's it. Thank you for watching my channel. If you like what you see, can you please subscribe to it, and until the next time, I look forward to seeing you again. Okay then, bye.